Hi, this is Carolyn Larkin again. This is a tour of our property in Waukesha County, Wisconsin, and this is our pond. This is American water lotus, and I started it from one plant, believe it or not, about 10-15 years ago, and it is a little overwhelming, but it's beautiful this time of year. It's unbelievable. And then it forms these pods once the flowers drop off. In case you're interested in your own property, I went to the Waukesha County Land Information System, which you can do it online. It's free, you just have to agree to it. And you can put in your address and you can see your property. And there's layers, and they have photos, and I looked at the photos. The first aerial photo is from 1941. There was no pond here. 1950, there was no pond, no Highway 16. 1963, no pond, Highway 16 was here. And then in 1970, that image showed the pond. So somewhere between 1963 and 1970, they dug this pond. Or blasted it or did something. Yeah. So, but there is a lot of water around here. There's a small creek over that way called Cocoa Creek, and there are springs. So this freezes. It's a very lovely ice skating pond in the winter. There is a thin ice section because there are springs and it's very wet around here. So this is the pond. There are fish. Some years the fish die out. If we get too much snow, there's not enough sunlight to make oxygen, and all the fish will die. But then we'll get new fish because birds land. We get ducks, herons, geese, and so when they are in other waters, they get fish eggs attached to their feet.
So would that be a pollinator?
Yeah. So they repopulate the pond. We have bullheads and
there's perch and sunfish and bluegill.
Yeah, a little bit of that.
Nice.
This is a horsetail. This one is a native, or a rush. I think this is the one that people used to use to brush their teeth.
Huh.
Oh, or no, I don't think it's that one, but that one's a native. All right, we're going to our last section, which is a very old prairie that I did not do anything to. So meet you over there, the old prairie.
Remnant.
Well, I looked at these things and it looks like they did, have these as fields. So, yeah, but I don't think they before that.
Or am I thinking of a different spot?
Yeah, this is really moving here.
Watch your stuff here. Not as wet as I thought it would be, though.
No.
Huh? They do have bees on them. Yeah.
I'm going to get a good one where you can see both of the same. So this is the final section, and actually we lived here for 20 years before I even realized this was back here. I just happened to come down here one August and the whole field was purple. But we are starting to get loosestrife, and this is the native liatris. They're a good comparison. Again, this is pointy. This one starts blooming from the top and goes down. This one starts blooming from the bottom and goes up. So this is what we're going to be using the beetle control on. We're going to bag it up this year and then release the beetles next year and hopefully take care of it, because this is a pretty incredible area. It's either a remnant or it may have been cut once by the farmer way back when, but I didn't plant any of this. It was just all here. So we'll take a walk on the wild side here. So this is all liatris. Actually, this is a good thistle. This is a swamp thistle. It's sticky but not pricky. You can touch it, it doesn't stick in your fingers. And this one, it'll bloom in a little bit. This one is pretty rare, and it is a host for, I don't remember the butterfly, but this is the only thing that this butterfly feeds on.
Did you say swamp thistle?
Yep, swamp. This is a shrub cinquefoil. Again, I didn't plant it. I need to get in here. This has not been burned. I would like to try and burn it. We're starting to get buckthorn that needs to be taken care of so that it doesn't overrun it. Coneflower. A few weeks ago I did have a Michigan lily, a Turk's cap lily that I found here that I did not plant. That was a great find. And they're not blooming now, but I also have fringed gentian, which is a blue flower that is quite lovely. It's a reclining fringed gentian that blooms. It'll bloom in another few weeks. And this is actually a deer trail that we're following. More mountain mint. So I think this is going to be the end of our yard tour. It's been great visiting with you. I'm so happy to share. And please, if you are seeing this and are not a member, please join. Hopefully we will be able to have meetings later in the year.
Or next year.
year.
And you can go to wildlands.org for the national website.
Yep.
And then from there you can hook into the different chapters. We're the Menomonee River Area Chapter.
Right. And we're on Facebook, a little on Instagram, but the national website is the best. And there's chapters in, I think, 13 states?
13 or 14.
Yeah. So you can find them in your area, or if you're traveling to visit somebody, go take a tour of somebody's yard. So.
Yeah. As a member, you can attend any Wild Ones event nationwide.
Yep.
So
Alrighty.
please join and plant natives.
Yay.
Yay!
Good
Woo!
night. Good evening.